You know, in the end, it's about choice, and people in very, very large numbers have made that choice in recent times to open their minds to greater possibilities. What that process needs to do is continue, because what we need to open our minds to is a far, far greater story than it appears to be, even on the face of it, and even when you've opened to problem, reaction, solution, and manufactured gun attacks and manufactured terrorist events. Because what we're dealing with, Alex, is a force hidden from human sight that understands how reality operates, how we interact with it, and how we create it. And it has set up a society through its control of science, not least through funding and peer pressure and all the other stuff that goes on, and through the media and through what we bravely call education, which is keeping from people this understanding of reality that this force has. Thus, if you know how reality works and know how you can manipulate people to perceive the reality you want, and you keep that knowledge from the population, the target population, you're going to have the target population laughing, ridiculing, and dismissing people who stand up and say, this is how reality works and this is what the game is. The reality that we're experiencing every day, people listening to this show now, is so not like we appear to be experiencing it. You stand and look into the night sky, and you'll see all those lights, all those planets and stars, and they talk about billions of light years and all this vast distance. What you are seeing exists in that form only in a few cubic centimeters at the back of your brain, where the brain decodes information in electrical form from or in to a illusory physical reality, which is actually holographic. So if you want to bring down this whole conspiracy, Alex, to its real bottom line, it is about what controls those few centimeters at the back of your brain. Because if they do, by programming your sense of reality, you will perceive and thus manifest in our individual and collective experience what they have programmed us to decode and manifest.
Exactly. They've proven that humans are builders, designers, creators, so they simply program us to then manufacture what they want.
Yes, and this goes much deeper than that for reasons that I'm going to come to, because this is a very, very interesting and vital area of information that we've got into here. And when you expand your mind and you go beyond mind into what I call consciousness, the greater sense of awareness, you are increasing every time you do that your power to control those few centimeters of the brain that are creating visual reality. And therefore, the programming gets harder and harder and harder to impose itself.
No, exactly. And then your mind starts to truly open up, and it is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
This force, which is manifest in our reality through these bloodlines and, you know, these interbreeding so-called elite bloodlines and families, we do not depend upon them. They depend upon us. It's the relationship between humans and this force and their representatives in human form of the parasite to what it's parasiting off, the parasite to the host. Humanity is the host. These are the parasites. We can exist and prosper. My goodness me, we can prosper even more greater than we ever imagined currently without the parasite, but it can't exist without us. And so that energy, which is the parasite's life force, if you like, is low vibrational human emotion. All the emotions around fear and hatred and conflict and frustration and worry and terror. And thus, they have manipulated and constructed global society to create situations that constantly generate those energies. So you can look at Sandy Hook, what we're seeing now is not something that is moving along at a consistent rate, a consistent speed, if you like. I mean, you've just indicated the speed that this Orwellian stuff is coming in all its forms. But the awakening of people is speeding up as well. And every time it speeds up, it's speeding up from a higher level of starting point because of the greater numbers of people who are already there.